Well, good morning. Here it is. It's Friday morning. We've made it to the end of another week, and today, of course, is it's November the 10th, and I think the official Veterans Day holiday is today, but of course we know Veterans Day is always November the 11th, and anyway, just a shout out to all the veterans out there, how much I appreciate you and how much I pray that God would bless you for your service. And anyway, just want to honor them here on Veterans Day. But anyway, I hope that you had a good Thursday. Hope that you were able to kind of work toward the weekend. And now it's Friday, and we're on the threshold of a weekend. And anyway, hope that you're doing well this morning. And anyway, this morning I wanna share a devotional with you entitled "It's Okay to Ask." Jeremiah chapter 33, verse 3. It says, "Ask me, and I will tell you remarkable secrets you do not know about things to come." You know, the Bible tells an interesting story about a man named Gideon. God told him that he was supposed to lead the Israelites into battle, but Gideon was just a little on the timid side, and that's probably putting it lightly. And so he wasn't so sure that he was the person that God wanted for the job. And so he said the following to God in Judges chapter 6, verses 36 and 37. "If you are truly going to use me to rescue Israel as you promised, prove it to me in this way. I will put a wool fleece on the threshing floor tonight. If the fleece is wet with dew in the morning, but the ground is dry, then I will know that you are going to help me rescue Israel as you promised." Now, to put it in modern terms, it'd be like saying, "Lord, if this is really from you, I want to go out in the morning and I want to find dew on my car, but not on the ground or anything else." Now, the next morning, the fleece was just as Gideon asked. And then he asked the Lord for one more test, saying in verse 39, "This time let the fleece remain dry while the ground around it is wet with dew." The next morning, Gideon, he woke up to discover that God had again confirmed his word, to him. Now, we don't need to ask God, for dew on animal skins, but we can ask him to confirm his word to us. I mean, this can come in a lot of ways. I mean, God can speak to us through our circumstances as we sense that, something is the will of God and the doors are opening for us. But we also must have God's peace when, we're asking God to lead us. I mean, perhaps you have, a stirring in your heart. You're dissatisfied maybe with where you are and you sense that something new is about to happen. And then when you take that step of faith and you find yourself in the will of God, he floods you with his peace. The peace of God, you see, confirms that you're moving in the right direction. Colossians chapter 3 verse 15 tells us, "And let the peace that comes from Christ rule in your hearts. For as members of one body, you are called to live in peace and always be thankful." You see, God, He wants to reveal His will, to us, each one of us. But just as important as the will of God is, the timing of God is important. I mean, sometimes we have, the right idea, but maybe we're a little slow about getting to it. At other times, we have the right idea, but we're maybe just a bit ahead of the Lord. I mean, for example, God called Moses to deliver, the Israelites. But Moses was about 40 years off. He had the right idea, but the wrong timing. Maybe you're in the process, maybe of, discovering God's will for you, or maybe God has shown you his will, but maybe you're a little slow in getting to it. Or perhaps, like Moses, you're maybe a little ahead of his will. But I want you to know this: God has a plan and a purpose, for your life. You see, God has a plan and a purpose for each one of us. It's just, we have to sometimes be patient about, the timing of God. When it's the right time, and that's the key for us. And so we have to continue. That's why it's so important to stay in God's Word, to continually, have that quiet time in the morning, so he has that opportunity to speak to us. And so anyway, I hope that encourages you here on this Friday morning. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. And as always on Friday, if you find yourself close to Hydro on Sunday morning and you don't have a place to worship, come join us at 1045 at Hydro First Baptist Church. We'd love for you to join us. And anyway, remember Angie and I, we love you guys, and we're praying for you. And Lord willing, I'll see you soon. God bless you.